The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman. This is the Tuesday, the 1st of July edition, and we're looking at the Dow up 109 at 44,205. So that means that in the weekly chart, we've extended this leg D, and that's very important because if there's a very quick peak B to C to D, and that D is not very much higher than peak C, you usually get a pretty sharp pullback after that. Not a major sell or anything, like just whatever the bar is, it's a pretty quick pullback. More importantly, what we're looking at here is that the 9-period moving average in the weekly chart is very strong. The MACD is now improving a lot. The stochastic's flat at 90%. That is really good. And that blue on-balance volume right there, the weekly chart, middle chart, says you're getting a little bit overbought. That just says, yeah, you could pull back. It doesn't say major sell or anything. It just says kind of overbought. But now I said we look at the weekly chart. So I've got a pattern that I call the Chapman Wave Falling Axe Formation. It's real simple. The line goes up, stalls at a peak D, E, or F, and then you start to make lower highs and much lower lows. Then all of a sudden it finds some support, and it tries to tackle that upper declining cone sloping trend line. If it takes it out, then you look at each successively left side peak as targets, and there's a good chance that it could go back to the original high, and if it takes that out, that's really important. So the expanding declining cone becomes a cup formation, and that can give you a one-to-one to the upside. Okay, let's not get too carried away about the one-to-one to the upside. Why? Because you're talking about 36,661 to 44,212 as the extension to the upside. That's a little carried away, I would say. And so I would just look at the left side peak, and that left side peak just happens to be the high of the January of this year of 45,073. We're in the process right now of testing the trend line, this upper trend line. So that trend line on a monthly basis suggests that there is resistance here. We are so close to the 45,073 after we just hit 44,239. So that's, 800 and something points away. You could do that in an eye blink. But I think this is going to be a little tougher. So the weekly chart on the Dow is good. The daily, we are still long. The daily chart is at an F/B. I have Chapman Wave inside wedge resistance line right there. Every day is rising a little bit. Let's call it 44,450 is the resistance. And then it works its way all the way to the top. And I can't see that this is a correct left side, right side interpretation. No, it's not. I forgot that I ran out of bars and I didn't want to move it to the right. Okay, so it's still a work in progress. And it says that at some point, maybe in July, maybe it even goes to August, I don't know. But we will be testing the all-time high in the Dow, 45,073. Okay, I will refine this a little bit more, but let's go to the S&P because we finished the month. We want to look at these candles. So the S&P is at a G/C. I didn't correct that. I did it on the SPY, but not on the S&P. That's a G/C. Alternate count, nothing wrong. Everything's very positive, except for one very interesting thing. We have not taken out yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was 6215.08, and we haven't got there yet. High today is 6,200. More importantly is that the 9 is over the 14. The price is way over the 9. The MACD is still strong. Not as strong as it was on that high that was made back in May at 59.66, but it's strong. And the stochastic is fantastic at 94% and flat. I love that. And the 9-period moving average is a little bit overbought. Sorry, the on-balance volume is a little bit overbought. The blue line, relative strength is still pretty darn good. The weekly chart is only in a leg C. There's no other count. It's a leg C. You should still go to a leg D in the Chapman wave methodology and a buy mode, which it's in. And we've gone to an all-time high. The higher in a V-shaped pattern that you go above the left side high of 6147.43, the greater the chances are that you can start to do a measured base of support. And at this particular point, I'll just say let's go to, I'd say, we're at 6103 right now, 6193. I would say that the 5,900 to 6,000 area is very strong support on a more intermediate term basis. All right, let's go to the QQQ. This is also an alternate count, right? Sorry, this isn't an alternate count. This is a leg D. Hasn't gone above yesterday's high. And as I said, it's so silly to be looking at this and say, we're ready for a sharp pullback. But you can say, you're a little bit overbought. You're a little extended. Look at the on-balance volume overbought. Stochastic's fantastic at 93%. That says any pullback should have a lot of support. And the MACD is good, not great, but good. And this gray line in the daily chart, the relative strength is good. 9 is over the 14, and the price is way over the 9. Good. Leg B, it's only a leg B in the weekly chart, so that's very positive. And that monthly chart, same thing as the S&P, 540.81 was the all-time high. We're trading right now at 549.83, a little bit above, but the higher up you go on this particular leg, the greater the chances are that you can start to do a measured move to the downside as very strong support. I have to wait for the week to finish because this is the first few days of July, but on the weekly chart, you can see that you've got very strong support all the way down to 525. That's 525, so it's 20-something points down. All right, let's go on to the IWM, the Russell 2000 small caps. Small caps are trading after a peak D, pulling back a little bit, down 30 cents today, 215.51. Leg C in the weekly chart, right at a Fibonacci resistance level. But the monthly chart is in a gray leg A. I say gray because, wow, the technicals, I have to call it a gray leg A. Because the 9-period moving average held fantastically all the way through that sharp decline to the 170s and all the way back. And that just says that you've got that spring-loaded power to come back sharply, and now we'll see if that has run out of strength. So far, it's doing very nicely, but the monthly chart isn't close to looking as good as many others, but it does on the IWB. IWB is the iShares Russell 1000. That's doing really great all-time highs as we speak. Nicely over the 337.75. This is IWB, is the iShares Russell 1000, and it's above the February all-time high of 337.75. We're at 339.34. Not much above it, but we're above it. Okay, now I want to go to, let me just see. I'm going to go to... let me just go to gold. Gold is up sharply. It's up $53 right at the inside track. Repellent zone again. Silver is, where did that go? Silver is up 39 cents at 36.56, holding very nicely. And GDX is trading. GDX is trading, popped up. It's down a little bit from that high, but it's up 39 cents at 52.45. I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, so we've got a lot of questions coming in, so let me just do this real quickly. We're looking at the 5-minute E-mini in leg D, the 10-minute in leg D. This is going to be very interesting because 62.42 is the 200-period exponential moving average, which has been support. And if that gets taken out another time, it says, okay, now we're going to start the stall. But right now, money keeps coming in, 1st of July. We'll see if that can last through the session's close. All right, so what we wanted to do now is, so the question came in, maybe I'll deal with it later. Is that an E or is it an E/B in the diamonds? Because you've got that as an alternate count in the Dow. See, one of the things when you have the alternate count is it's like a cautionary measure. But basically, I like to just use the alphabet and say, just keep going until you get to a G, and then you have to assess whether or not the next letter, because it can never be an H, is a restart, and you have to change the lettering. But there's nothing to do here. Everything is still very positive. So I'm comfortable saying F/B because it could still go to a G/C, and G/C very often goes to a D. So in this particular instance, I have no signal to give me a sell signal. And that was one of the questions. And how would I deal with a sell signal, and what are the things that I'd look for? I'll try to get to that in the show. I don't have it just yet. I might have it by tomorrow or the next day. But in the meantime, let's just go on to, so the GDX is pulling back from the intraday high of 53.04. It's at 52.36. It's acting quite nicely. I mean, considering that gold has done so $50-something up, 52.7, almost $53, but there's that resistance. Look at silver, same thing, nice bounce, but this is all within the containment area. And I said, as a chart, silver's holding way better than gold, and we'll see whether or not we're going to actually get a leg C in silver as an independent. Gold is Middle East conflict. That's the way I've always interpreted it. Silver is a commodity, an industrial commodity. So this is a different pattern and it's held very, very much better. It's the reason why we've kept our silver stock and we've kept the gold stock. We've taken some money off because I think it's prudent. Now, what am I missing? I'm missing the TLT. It's down 28 cents at 87.97. So let's look at the TBT, which is basically yields. And that's gone to a lower low, gone below the 200-period moving average. So now we can start to look at something. If there is going to be some kind of a consolidation, and that comes about because not tariffs, I think the whole cachet of tariffs, I think Trump's kind of used it up. It'll still come back in and out, but I think the real force of downside pressure in the market has been usurped by that. It's like crying wolf, and now we can't do that anymore. Well, you can do it, but it's not going to have the same effect. Yields, look at the yields. We've got the yields coming down. Is that helping Toll Brothers? Certainly, it's made a new recovery high just above the 200-period moving average, trading up 282, 117.17. So when we were discussing about a week ago whether or not to start buying, I said, you can nibble, but I needed some proof that it could follow through. Well, it's followed through. And that just says that just at this particular time, yields are probably going to be talked as if, spoken of as if they're coming down. I don't know how much further down they're going to come right in this particular phase, but I don't think that yields are a market problem. But I do see that this new bill, when I took, let me just do this right now because it's just so important in my work. You don't get a concerted sell signal until you get this dark news cloud cover. I call it the Chapman Wave Dark News Index. So we had the internal high, residual high, and then an internal low. And I said, I think that might have been the residual low, which goes towards, let's see, work hard, play hard in the Tiger YouTube. It's a good question about the Chapman Wave notation. At this particular point, I guess just looking at this chart with nothing else but the 914 and my the white rectangles, I say just be careful there because you've got some dark news. And now we don't have it, that this is maybe more likely a B. I don't want to go that far. I'm looking at certain stocks that are giving me clues that we are starting to run out of upside energy. Here we go. So this is the Dow Chapman Wave Dark News Index. I'm going to keep showing this. The chart itself says it wants to go towards this particular high that back in January. That was all-time highs. And we'll see if it's going to happen right now or will we have to have a pullback first. But I am saying that so far on this chart, there's nothing negative. And the dark news is just like a couple of, we've got a little cloudy cover here in Boston. It's not even that. It's just like a little couple of dark puffs of clouds that say, just be careful. We could accumulate, right? And the reason is you've got, so this could be the rotation, that the yields actually hold to the lower range, but we've got this big nervousness about the market because of the bill that's coming up. And that really puts the pressure on the downside for a week or two or something like that. And what we're looking at then is that maybe the home builders, and I just saw out of my office window a little while ago for the I don't think I've ever seen this before, BLDR. Why? Oh, it's because it's on the other chart. Gosh, I don't know why that happens. Okay, I don't know what it is. Here we go. Builders, BLDR. Builders Resource in leg D right now at 121.77. Builders First Source Inc. The truck went by. I don't think I've ever seen the truck. And I'm busy looking at the chart and the truck goes by. Wow, I thought that was more than serendipity. Maybe that's a sign. Anyway, so building materials, products, resources, it makes a high up in the 290, 218 area, cascades down to just about 101. And now it's trading at 121, 20%. Hey, it's not bad. But look at the weekly chart, right on the 200-period moving average. So maybe in this particular period, we don't get just a unison sell-off. We get a rotational sell-off. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'll be watching this area very closely. The That's the whole building area. I'm going to include Home Depot right now. Home Depot is trading up 334, 369, let's go to 370. Leg A, gray leg A, because, this is good, because the stochastic's now at 81%. The MACD is good. 9-period moving average flipped positive yesterday. Okay, that's a good sign that Home Depot is moving up. Now, let me just do this. So, General Electric is not in the Dow for the first time in years, but it's the first time in history, because it's been there since the 1920s. But GE is down 5.75 at 251.51. It made a kind of a double top high of 257.47 on the 6th of June, pulls back to the 230 level, goes to 260.55 3 sessions ago. That's on Friday. 260. So maybe there's a little mini double top. That's number one. But look at that weekly chart. Leg B. I have to wait for the end of the week to call it a peak B, but it's a leg B. All-time highs. But wait a minute. Robinhood is trading right now up 294 at 96.56, having gone all the way to 99.18. So I said to subscribers, stocks that go to the 95, 96 level very often, quite quickly actually, go to the 105s. So I'm going to watch this, because I don't know if I can do that in this move. I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstadt's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstadt releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Yeah, so I had a question about, that's an instant restart, so this is a G/C. Yeah, I had a question about coin shares. This is, I've never seen this before, WGMI. This is the coin shares, Valkyrie, Bitcoin miners. I think that's what it says. Yeah, so what is this? The ride of the Valkyrie? This is, we're talking Wagner here. We're talking about the war hoops and things of the sisters in Wagner's opera. Well, I don't know. All I'm looking at is a chart that is quite exciting. It started off back in 2023, maybe 2022, December, back in the 4s, and it's screened up in a peak A, B, C, D, E, F to the 32 area, 31, 32, plunges back to the 11s, and now it's trading at 23. Yes, it's on fire. It's working very nicely. Let me just, if you don't mind, I'm going to look at coin at the same time, because these are having slightly different chart formations to the, it does look very much like Coinbase. So let me put the two together, even though they obviously different instruments. One is miners. So this is F. Is that an A? Yeah, that's going to be an F/A. Imagine that for a monthly chart. All right, that's what I'll put in. It did the 368.90 test from the 2021 high down to the 40s. Now it's come all the way back. So let me just put it this way. This is an area that I'm reading a lot about. I don't follow it in great intensity. In other words, I read it and it's just kind of news. I don't treat it as if it's market related for me, because we have the Bitcoin. And if you look at the Bitcoin, let's just have a look at this BTC. It's a different chart. It's been consolidating for some time. So I've been noticing that other areas within Bitcoin, this is maybe blockchain, it's just using Bitcoin in different ways, are having different chart formations. So I'll go back to coin, look at that. And now I'm going to go back to WGMI, WGMI. Yes, even this has a different chart pattern to coin. So I like this. It's at 23.25. I'd have difficulty buying it right now unless I started the position. But if you're in it, I suspect that you're in it. It's got 200-period moving average in the 18s. It's at 23.26 right now. Has very strong support, but to get there, it has to close below 21. And I think 21 is really the issue right now. So at this particular point, it's looking good. It's in its own momentum, and its own charter. It's just doing something very different to many of the other in the same area. So I don't understand it. I don't know anything fundamental about it, but looking at the chart, the weekly is good, daily is good, monthly has improved a lot. But I would just put it this way. I'm going to draw in what I think could be 24.50 to 21.50. Kind of shorter term, that's kind of what I'd look at as the area. If it breaks above 24, this is in a different realm altogether. It is going to make the support much higher, and it's going to make the legs to the upside stronger. So that's all I can say right now about it. Another question came in about, let me just go there for a moment. So the ride of the Valkyrie is working. Wagner would be very pleased. CLSK. Did I type that in the wrong place? Probably I did. Let me just type it again. CLSK, let's get to that. So this is Clear Spark doing very well. This is new leg C, A, B, C, and new leg C in the weekly. So this is very interesting. It's been on my watch list I think I've even got it in for my subscribers on my newsletter in the section that says watch list. These are really important stocks that are the ones that are doing very nicely. And I watch them quite closely. So this is an overlapping wave, AB, and then pulls back and goes AB again. That could have been an F right there, but it doesn't matter. All I'm looking at here is the strength up 20 cents at $11.22. GLSK is the symbol, Clean Spark Inc. I used to have it all notated exactly what it is, but I think it's in the environmental area. And the weekly chart is improving. So this is a little different because it's got the 200-period moving average of 10.79 as like a magnet. So to pull away, it really needs to go quite a bit higher. So that's your support. It isn't just support, it's a magnet line that if it keeps coming back down, it might pull back, but it's going to keep holding that until it can really push into the 1235 area. So yes, I like it. It's a leg C. It should go to a D. Stochastic is great at 94%. MACD is good. 9 over the 14. The daily 200-period moving average is a little bit different to it's $10.10, whereas the weekly is 10.79. So it's got good support, and I think it will go to a leg D. I hope that helps you. Now, the whole thing is this. In July, how does it handle the high of the week of the 7th of Feb, the high of 12.47? And just keep that in mind. 12.47 should be a very strong resistance area, but if it gets there, it is going to really help the monthly chart, and that could be the first time that the monthly chart in a couple of months, it could flip back to green, positive in the 914. So just treat it that way. But in the meantime, this is very good support in the 1030 to 980 area. I hope that helps you. CLSK is a BTC miner as well. Really? Oh, okay. I should have written that down. Oh, so they're in the same area. That's why the chart looked the same. Didn't I say that it looks a little bit like the other one? But I thought they were different. Okay, yes. So it's the same thing. Well, basically, I just repeated myself. All right, good. Thank you very much, Code in the Dead. Yes, okay. Okay. Question came in. I saw it, yeah. So, what is your opinion on TSLA, Tesla? So this is going to be very interesting. Tesla has become this political animal. It's so tied to, it's always been tied, of course, to, let me just find this. Let me go here. Oh, okay. Okay, there. I'm going to draw the H in. So it's always been tied to Musk, obviously, but this is a little different. So is he going to get the EV benefits that he wanted initially in the bill, and that's been changed? That's going to be a tough one. But in the meantime, it's down 16 at 301.53 on the 200-period moving average. I'll be back. We'll talk about it. Dow's up 245. S&P's down 14. Divergence.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yeah, so let me just get to this right away. So Tesla has gone back into the political side of things. So I just always be very careful. If things become political, there's vulnerability. So it's down 17 at 300. I think it could very well test, and how it holds is going to be very important, but it could test the low that was made in the dreaded H pattern, the low that was made on the 6th of June, that was at 291.14. Let me just type that in, 291.14. And how it holds 291.14 on a closing basis is going to be really important. So I'd be very careful. And I think the upside is very limited to the 14-period moving average, which is at about 320. So that's how I see it right now. Now, here's a question. In a potential leg F in a monthly chart, where in the Chapman wave, that could turn out to be pretty serious. Well, I would say going from 61.47 in the S&P down to, why didn't I type that in? I didn't type it in. Down to 48.35, and then springing back to a new all-time high is really impressive. But if you recall, we did go short the S&P, but at the same time, we didn't get too carried away, anything like that, because I looked at it and I said the 914 is so strong that there should be a tremendous rally, which we've been able to participate in the market. So right now, this is either a G or a brand new A. My thinking is, I can't believe it, but I think it could actually be an A. But it doesn't really matter because we have to go daily, weekly, monthly before we can even worry about the monthly charts. So the daily chart says to me, down 15, don't get too carried away about the short side. Don't get too carried away right now about the long side. You've got to stay long. And we are getting ready to possibly go short as an insurance first policy and a trend, and not a trend yet, but as a potential turning point. And that's all I can say. We haven't done it yet. We're very close, but I don't want to get carried away. But the question was, what do you do with the monthly chart when you're in a leg F and you're coming down sharply? You do what we did before. We kept our core positions. For instance, we've kept the core of Robinhood, AIQ, many of our positions, we kept the calls and we kept taking some money off. And I mean, it's Robinhood now is up 360% from that level. I should have been tripling up, but we didn't do that because I want to keep us in the game. I don't want us to fizzle out on getting too carried away by being either short or long or doing silly things. So as it stands right now, this is where the breakout to a new high. I don't see this as a one-off, as if it's just a leg G and now we're going to go all the way back. I do see the potential for something as a dark news cloud cover, and I think it's the new bull that's coming up that's going to, and that what's telling me, look, Robinhood was up huge just even earlier on. It went all the way to 99.18. Here it is at 93.77. In a leg D. So I'm just saying I'm becoming cautious. GE, fantastic. And look what it does. Starts to turn around after making an all-time high just 3 sessions ago. This is just telling me the upside now is becoming a little bit more limited. Microsoft, all-time high yesterday, 500.76, leg D. And tiny doji candle, and down a little bit today, down 1. It's just saying, this move has been spectacular. Just be prepared that there could be some digestive. Well, even one here, I'll do this real quickly. BBAI, this is typical of the craziness that we've had lately. This thing goes from the 4s, then the 5s, and then screams up to $7.23 yesterday, and now it's down. At 66.41, down only 38 cents. But look at the candle off the leg D. Hit 723, and now it's almost a point lower. That's speed. I should mention that we all along we've had some real nice profits from it. Even this morning, we took a little bit off pre-market. But that's not the issue. The issue is I'm saying we're in this area that even the speculative side is starting to show just today, this morning, as I was anticipating, some kind of a breather. That's all. There's no major sell signal or anything yet, but I do say be careful. Okay, with that said, I think I've said it enough. A couple of questions came in. Let me just see. I always forget to look at my notes. Yeah, so you remember I spoke about UNH. I said when it comes to legal stuff, then when you get the Chapman wave, volume, price, climax low, which was on the 15th of May at 248.88, there's a real, my theory is that when you get this particular kind of reversal, like you did with Schwab back in May, I think it was the 13th or something, a couple of years ago at 45. We've had it periodically. That's when you get this climatic reversal, which says there should be, if correct, there should be at least 38 bars that are higher. If that holds, it can go to 52. Well, let's just do a little count here. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 30, about 36 bars. And we're just making leg D today because UNH is up 11 at 323. So that was a technique. And I said I would actually like to go long, but there are so many others that have patterns that I like very much. Let's stick with those. So this would have been, I don't know where we would have got in, but let's just say it was at about 300, so it would be up very nicely at 347, but we aren't in it. But I just wanted to mention that technique. And in fact, here it is doing exactly that. But once it becomes legal, that's the only reason why I said to subscribers, no, we're not going to get into this, even though I see a nice bounce percentage-wise, not a major low, but a nice bounce, because if it's legal, anything can happen. And overnight, you can get something coming out, and next morning it drops 20% or something. Anyway, so that's that. Next question came in, and I'm just going to see. Yeah, so let me just go through. So there are a couple of really good questions from Work Hard, Play Hard in the Tiger YouTube. Those are really good questions. I'm going to take tomorrow, which is Wednesday, And I'm going to take Thursday and treat them as Chapman Wave Friday technical analysis in detail. So I'll do that tomorrow, and we can go through a lot of things. Not only that, I need another day to see where the S&P, if this non-high today in the S&P and the QQQ is important, or do we have a sudden spike tomorrow? I don't know. We've got this week in which to start looking at how we deal with what's going on, because, as I say, when you get all-time highs and pullbacks from those highs, or recent major highs, and you get a sharp pullback from it, what happens next is really important. We'll be back for one more segment and another couple of questions, and I will be back to answer them. Let me just read my notes. Yes. Oh, Kathy Wood. I'll talk about her when we get back. ARKK, trading right now, down $1.52 at 68.79 after a peak E. I'll be back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi, I just saw this. I'm sorry. This is for the Zip in the Den. You want to know about Key, so let me just finish the C, D, E, F. It takes a bit of a breather, and it goes peak A. The reason why I want you to do this in detail, C1, C2, 1, C2. I'm going to call this A. Yes. So the question is, entry point on Key, which is Key Call. I've followed this for years, and now I don't have any notation for some reason, but that doesn't matter. It takes me a second just to get it. So I'm going to suggest I like the monthly, I like the weekly, I like the daily. It's gone a little bit too far, but right now, an entry point, start an entry point right here at 17.56, but treat it as a small entry point. What you really want is a pullback between 17.56, a pullback between just a little under 17, between 17 and 16.50 is really the entry point that I would prefer, but I'd like you to have your foot in the door. Yes, so I'm going to say start your position now, but treat it as an entry point for other positions that are going to come up, because I think it's in the right area. I'll do a little bit of work, in fact, and do a little bit more tomorrow, okay? So that's that. And the other question was ARC, AKK. I've been talking about this for some time. We missed entering it. It's been really good. So Kathy Wood, I saw it briefly, but then I listened to the radio version of Kathy Wood being interviewed, and she was very modest, I must say. That's the whole thing. Before, when it was on the way down, she said, no, we believe in this, we believe in this. It's a 5-year thing. Well, 5 years going down 60, 70, 80% is really not good. I don't care. But now I think she's in the right area. But right at this moment, I think that ARKK is another symbol that's saying to me, a little toppy, expect some kind of a pullback. And that fits in exactly with the other stocks and areas that I'm looking at to say, where will we digest these gains? I think we're beginning the digestive phase right now. Have a great day. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes. Check out my opening call daily newsletter. I will